And I don't.
Dude, of course it wasn't clickbait. Motherfucker gets robbed like every week. I got scammed. Here's how someone stole $200,000 from me. Here's how someone stole my fucking minivan. I got robbed. It's like every fucking week this motherfucker gets robbed, bro. Every week.
I mean it in a metaphorical sense. I don't mean like Moist Moguls were robbed of a win, or my fashion sense has been robbed since the moment I started recording this video. I was literally stolen from, thieved, larcenied in the middle of the night. And
Not even larceny, he's Grand Theft Auto.
stolen from me.
He's additional, is higher than grand larceny, right?
Imported from Japan, Subaru Sandbar. If you don't know, this is my dream car. It's a mini truck, a K truck, usually used.
You know how he's a right-wing content creator? I bet he doesn't mention that I chose that car for him, and it has a special place in my heart. That's how you know. He doesn't want to be associated with leftists.
For businessmen in Japan in the 80s and 90s, kind of fell out of fashion, and I brought one over. It's beautiful. Drives.
Yeah, people in this community don't know this. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter.
On the other side with the steering wheel, and honestly, I just think it looks super cute. But somebody stole it from me. How? Well, I'll give you a little bit of context. When I got the car, one of the first things that happened.
This is the funniest car to fucking steal, bro. On the wrong side of the road. You can't drive it on the right side of the road. It's like, if it breaks, you can't fix it. Why the fuck would you steal this car of all cars?
Is that the tire popped. Just coincidentally, it's a 25-year-old car. The tire didn't hold up. So I changed it for the spare tire, but that's also a 25-year-old tire. All the tires kind of needed to be changed out. But it's a little bit harder to find somebody in LA in 2022 or 2023 to fix tires for a 25-year-old imported car. So it took a little bit. I kind of parked it at our warehouse, just waiting to find somebody with no real urgency because I still have my Vespa and I still have my purple Volkswagen that you might have seen in the video when I switched to YouTube. But there was a problem with the warehouse. Now, little context, if you don't know, the yard used to be shot in my attic. This is literally my attic. But we moved it because the set was a little bit small to a studio space. And this is it right here. If you haven't checked the yard out in a while, the set's cool. And honestly, the recent episodes have been really funny. So go watch the yard. But because of that, I parked the car at the warehouse, which is just in LA. And the warehouse kind of came into some troubles lately. If you're not in LA, you haven't heard the devastating storms that have taken over. And by that, I mean it's been raining a lot in the past week. But for people in Los Angeles, that's like, level 5 category issues, torrential downpours. It halts everything. There's a bunch more traffic. Lights go out. Power goes out. There's car crashes. We don't handle the rain
Did it float
well in
away?
LA.
Yeah.
And so when the rain happened, the power went out. And I know this because Aiden, who was at the warehouse, was locked there. Because we have a gate, like you normally do, to protect the vehicles inside in the building itself. And he couldn't leave because the power was off, so the gate wouldn't open. Storm made the power go out. I'm locked inside our warehouse. I'm wandering around a dark, empty building looking for flashlights and testing gates. This is insane. And this is Aiden all alone with an astrolight. I think that's what it's called, a sterilite, something like that. Either way, he was stuck and lost. Eventually, because the breaker didn't work, Zipper, the guy who produces our podcast, saved Aiden, got him out of there, Private Ryan style, and we were all good. We were all hunky-dory. The only issue is that because they helped Aiden open the gate stayed open. And through this rainstorm, a thief in the night came to our warehouse, went into my car, somehow jacked it. I don't know how. I don't think there's a spare key that was left in there. Maybe it was. And disappeared from the crime scene. I don't know if they towed it. I don't know if they hot-wired it. Is that a real thing? I see it in movies, but I don't know. Can you do that? I don't know. And they took my car. They took my car away from me, my baby. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, Ludwig, just get a new one,
They probably carried it, bro.
Car isn't.
They carried it out. That shit's tiny, dog.
That expensive. I mean, in terms of like regular car prices, it costs $5,000 and then like another $2,000 to import. It's like $7,000 all in. But I liked that car. That was my car. That was my 1997 Subaru Sandbar. They don't grow 1997 Subaru Sandbars on trees. I'll have you know. All right, I can get another mini truck, but it won't be the exact same.
They put it in a fucking bag and just like slung it over their shoulder and just walked out comically. You know what I mean? Comical style.
Mileage on it too. It only had like 60,000 kilometers. That's like 40,000 miles or so. So anyway, here's my cry for help. If you happen to be in LA and you see this 1997 Subaru Sandbar, you let me know. We've contacted the authorities, but it's the LAPD, dude. What do you expect? Come on, they gotta beat somebody up, right? They gotta be overly aggressive. They're not caring about my car, my vehicle. So anyway, that's where we're at. I was robbed. I figured I'd tell you guys a story about it. Maybe with our powers in our multiple eyes, we can find it. Or maybe I can just make enough money off this YouTube video that I can buy another one. That's pretty much where my thought process is at. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's it. Just quick.
I can't believe they fucking... Dude, no car chase content? We were robbed. We were fucking robbed. Where is the car chase content? Anyway, turns out... according to Right-Wing Mogul Mail, his car is a huge update.
You guys with some amazing...
There's a huge update, chat.
News. Yesterday, I made a video called I Got Robbed about how I got robbed of my prized possession, my Subaru Sandbar from 1997, directly imported from Japan. My dream car. And today, I have amazing news. We got her back. And it's a crazy story of how...
I thought this guy was a Republican. What about that anti-cop shit? He means like it's the LAPD. Like they're not racist enough anymore. They got defunded. That's what he means.
What happened, and it kind of comes down to a lot
I gotta stop
of
making
you
fun of
guys
Ludwig.
who helped
I feel like
out.
people literally
Anyway,
think
let's
I'm
start at
serious.
the beginning. For anyone who didn't watch the video, some context. I have this car, and it was staying at the warehouse where I record The Yard, my podcast. And if you didn't hear about it, there were some rainstorms in Los Angeles over the past week, and LA doesn't do well with rain. So it wiped out a bunch of power grids, including where we filmed The Yard. Because of that, the gate, the electric gate, that keeps people in or out of that set was not working. And Aiden, one of the people on The Yard, was trapped there. And he eventually got helped. He got let out by Zipper, but they couldn't close the gate again. So the gate was left open. My Subaru Sandbar's parked in the gate. Somebody during this rainstorm must have snuck into our area, to our parking lot, opened my car, rummaged through, and found a spare key that I didn't even know existed because I have my own key, and drove the car off the lot. Now, the reason the car was parked there, not my house, is because it had like a
Bro, this has more fucking repeats than a One Piece episode, dude. This is like when you watch One Piece episode and they just like do a flashback to what happened in the previous episode, or even funnier, what happened in like earlier parts of the episode. It's like, come on, man. This is like worse than the recap. Jesus Christ. My man was trying to hit the fucking 10-minute marker so bad.
It had a spare tire on it that looks 25 years old. So, I was being a little slow on repairs, but I didn't expect for someone to steal it. Now, of course, I made the video yesterday. The video was like on the trending.
I wish the YouTube allowed us to do the skip intro fucking click. You know what I mean? Skip recap, skip intro.
For YouTube, it got a bunch of views. I also tweeted out about it just in kind of the hopes that, if someone who happens to like me also lives in LA, maybe they keep their eyes peeled. I mean, one of the cool things about this car is how unique it looks. It's like a really, really small truck. There's not many of these cars, at least in Los Angeles. You go to Japan, they're left and right. But in LA, you don't see a lot of them. And so I tweeted out about it, and the tweet got 8.9 million views. It was tweeted out by like some news sites. A bunch of people retweeted. And because of that, Reddit got to work. Now, this could be a dangerous thing, all right? Reddit gets to work sometimes, and they can be a little bit wrong, but very confident that they're right. But with the Subaru Sandbar, it looked like we had better odds. Specifically, somebody said Ludwig Subarus in Silmar, which is like a area of LA.
I don't think that's it. That's white.
Because if you don't know, there's thousands of them. Anyway, there's this video that they posted on Reddit.
Oh, it's not white.
And it looks exactly like my car. You can see it has some of the writing from when I originally imported it.
Yeah.
It even has like this little dent over here that was painted over. The same front grille. And it also looks like it's parked really close to this Volkswagen, kind of blocking the license plate. So they filmed this video, they post it on Reddit, and immediately I get a bunch of DMs on Twitter. So I send it to my assistant, Nick Yingling, who's in LA, to go scope out the area. For some context, I'm not in a classroom. I'm in Texas right now filming something super secret. Because of that, I wasn't able to go out there myself, or I would have. So Yingling goes out there. He scopes out the area. By the time he gets there, the car is gone, which was a bit of a bummer. But it's actually pretty helpful to know generally where a car is. So instantly I tweeted out, somebody found the car, but it was moved before we could get Yingling over there or have somebody place an AirTag. So if you guys happen to be around Silmar in Los Angeles, just keep your eyes peeled. Just keep your eyes peeled for a 1997 Subaru Sandbar. I promise there's not a lot in the area. And so that's...
Yeah, you know what he's filming in Texas, bro. He's right wing. He's filming fucking a CPAC video or something. You know what I mean? He's probably filming a video about how to do racism more efficiently.
It's exactly what people did. Now, this tweet also got another 1.8 million views. And some people got to work, including this Twitter user, Israel, who sent me this video. It was like a drive-by. And I was refreshing. I mean, all day yesterday, I'm just refreshing my message requests, waiting to see if anyone's sending me anything. And they send this card. Same exact location. They left, came back. Weird, I know, but apparently they like hanging out this area. So they send me this. I'm like, all right, cool. Can you see if it's still there? Because I didn't see it for like 20, 30 minutes. They're like, yes, it is. And I'm like, all right, Yingling, you got to go get this car. Maybe call the cops. And if you don't know the cops, look, LAPD is not known for being the best and the brightest in the industry. But the way it works with specific car theft is a little different. It's not like there's one police that you call. There's like a police force for like swatting. There's a police force for like de-escalation. And there's a police force for like harassing minorities. And this specific group was like the auto group of the police force who weren't available at that time. Like we called them. They're like, yep, got to call tomorrow. The people who deal with auto vehicles are not in right now. And we're like, okay, cool. So we couldn't get the cops there. For a lot of people.
God damn it. They're so defunded, boys. $3 billion. Whoa. $3 billion. Can't even deal with fucking Grand Theft Auto. That's awesome. God, the most incompetent shit. God, I love America so much. Americans are like, oh, you see that? They look at that and go, you see that? That's why we need to give them more money. Bro, they literally have $3 billion in funding, and they can't do one of the most basic things that police are supposed to do, which is like, retrieve stolen vehicles. You've already conducted the investigation for them. They can't even fucking do it. Okay? They can't. They can't do it because, it's not enough. It's not enough. They need more. They need $4 billion. They're too busy abusing homeless people. They're too busy fucking patrolling black neighborhoods, being fucking ridiculous. They can't do that. They're quiet quitting. Yeah, nobody wants to work anymore, dude. That car isn't worth enough for the theft to be considered grand theft. Yeah, you're right. Fuck it. I mean, Ludwig is rich. Ludwig has resources. Ludwig's car has like emotional value for him, especially because, I'm sure he feels some type of way because I chose that car for him, even though he hasn't mentioned it. It's fine. But ultimately, like, what about all the fucking people who have poor cars? What about all the poor people who have cars that need it for fucking actual, daily commutes? Cops don't give a shit about that either. What kind of attitude is that? You're like, oh, whatever, dude. It's like, that car is too cheap for the cops to give a fuck about. Oh, got it. Never mind. I didn't realize that, like, it just doesn't matter. I didn't realize it was like that. Okay? Notice how he didn't say there was anything wrong with harassing minority section of the police. Okay, stop. It's LA. You just steal a car on your way to work. Bro, how common is car theft in LA? Brother, we watch a police chase pretty much every day. Like, pretty much every fucking day, we watch a police chase. It is so common. You know what's insane, though? You know what's actually insane? In Japan, not many people will tell you this, but there are free bicycles everywhere. They just leave it. There's no lock. They literally, in Japan, it blows my mind, bro. There's bikes everywhere. Everywhere. I've never seen so many fucking bikes without locks just chilling on the side of the road. You just been stealing people's bikes? Honestly, I've thought about it. Just to see what happens, but like I just don't want to disrupt the delicate balance. But it is mind-boggling. It is mind-boggling that they just like leave the fucking bikes with no locks on the side of the road. It's weird.
Like, call the cops, call the cops. Couldn't. They were like, yeah, we don't, the guy isn't here. All we can do is kind of stand around and look at it. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So Yingling tries to show up. And he's in cahoots with Slime, who's also there. And
Bro, there's something wrong with this mouse. It just keeps like auto scrolling down. It's really fucking annoying. And it's like so dangerous because I'm worried that like on Twitter I'm gonna fucking free scroll on accident.
Find the car. And they have the key to the car, obviously, because I have the key to the car. They walk up to it, and this happens.
There's a guy in the car.
Instant fear in Yingling's voice. And you can see it, this shadowy figure that I'm blocking with my face right here, in the car that they didn't expect when they go to open it up. And here's just a few moments of the interaction.
Whoa.
Hey, bro, we gotta take it back.
Take what back?
The car.
What do you mean?
Is this yours?
What are you talking about?
You start it.
Why?
Wait, can we start it?
How can you get started?
I'm trying to speak.
No.
And obviously there's, I think, 8 to 10 more minutes of that interaction. But the way it went, at least from Yingling's perspective, and a lot more details will be divulged on the Yard this week. If you aren't a Yard listener, now's the time because Slime was actually there and has the video of it. Basically, they were like, hey, this car was stolen. And the guy who was in that video, by the way, claims to not have been the person who stole the car. He's just a dude who's owed money, and the person who gave him the car happened to owe the money, and that's how they paid for their debt. I don't know what the actual truth is. We don't know that much. But I do know he has my goddamn car. So they're like, all right, well, hey, that car's stolen. I want it back. And the guy, the audacity of this guy, he's like, all right, $10,000. What? The car, first of all, doesn't even cost that much. All right? But
That's awesome. That's awesome. He said, give me 10 grand to give you your thing back. How do you not beat the shit out of that guy at that point? That's wild, dude. Yo, this motherfucker is... That guy is doing mogul moves right there. That's a mogul move. He was moguling. He was fucking moguling, dude. Straight up. He said, oh, well, it's mine now. So, art of the deal, exactly. Art of the steal, art of the deal.
Besides the fact that I would be paying for what is literally mine that was stolen from me, it is not worth $10,000. It was worth $5,500. It's literally half that. So it's like, okay, no, obviously not. And 1, 2, I don't have $10,000 on me. That's what they said. And so then they were like, all right, talking, going back and forth. Eventually, Nick's there and he's like, all right, I'm just going to call the cops. And the guy's like, all right, dude, call the cops. He goes to call the police. The moment he does it, door slams. The guy fucking gets right out of there.
What?
Leaves the scene of the crime. Son of a bitch.
Well, he took the crime scene with him, dog. He didn't just leave the scene of the crime. He took the crime scene with him. That's awesome. Please tell me there's a car chase. Okay, this story is sick. This is way better.
It's like 1, 2 a.m. in Texas when I get that message that he left. I'm like, no, it was right there. And I was so worried that maybe it'd be parked in like a garage forever or driven way, way, way out of town. You know, it's just somewhere where we couldn't find it. But I wake up this morning bright and early, like 9 a.m., and I see this post on the subreddit. Lud's truck. Subreddit back at it again. There's a crazy community effort of people who happen to live around that area in Los Angeles, just walking around, keeping their eyes peeled, and tracking this down. And this singular image led to a bunch of DMs. And again, I'm refreshing. And they tracked not only what city this was in, but the exact area, the exact mall outlet.
Massage
Jin's
parlor?
Massage. Guy, I guess, maybe he was going for Veronica's insurance, but I think he's getting a little Jin's massage, okay? A little sweet treat while sitting there with my car that he stole. And while that was happening, the original Reddit poster, Suffer, that's the...
Bro, it's awesome. Having GeoGuessr Andes in your community is the best, dude. It's literally CIA.
The guy's username. Stay there, call the cops. And at that time, the cops did have the the auto group who deals with that sort of thing. And he waited around. And I'm spam calling Yingling because it's like early days, early morning. Yingling was up late trying to get the car. He shows up. And then what happens? The police save the day. Got to give a little credit, all right? The police save the day. They show up, and the moment they show up, the guy who was, I think, in the massage parlor, who was like packing up the car, ready to leave, right at the moment the cops come up, just runs down the street. Just Scooby-Doo's the hell out of there.
Bro, it would have been sick if there was a fucking, oh no. Could you imagine if there was actually a police chase in that fucking beater, dude? God damn it, that would have been sick. That would have been so fucking sick. I wish there was a video of that. Come on, content brain. Fuck.
The police stick around for it. Yingling gets there. Here's Suffer with Yingling with the car. And he says, found Ludwig's stolen truck earlier. LOL. Casual day in the life of Suffer, man. What a goat. And it, of course, ends with the car being saved. It is now finally in our hands. Obviously not in the same location. We parked this undisclosed location, try to park it very...
Police truck and the police chasing the K truck would be insane. Dude, imagine we're fucking doing our regular content, right? We're doing our regular content and then someone goes, yo, there's another police chase. What do? I click on the police chase. What? Chase video, it's real? That's incredible. Why did B. Hagan have his Porsche stolen as a prank so he can have this chase?
Again.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, first of all, the thing about the Porsche is that like it's new, so it has like a active geo tracker in it at all points. So it's like one of the dumbest things you could fucking steal. Like literally, it's one of the dumbest things you could steal because like one, newer cars often don't get stolen in the same way that like Kias do. Because it has like, it literally has like, it has remote shut off. It has like built-in, it is a built-in geo tracker. Like you can't really, you can't really do much with it. I mean, I guess you could like steal it and then try and get it chopped easy, like chopped quick, but it's also a EV. So, you know what I mean? Anyway, I gotta pee.
Far away. Just keep it under wraps for a while because, I mean, the fact of the matter is we only have one of the apparent two keys that I didn't even know about for this car. So we're going to have to get the keys changed. Is that a thing you can do? Probably, right? Get the keys changed or something like that. I don't know. I don't want anyone taking this away from me again, right? He might have messed with it. Who knows? Anyway, that's it. That's where we are now. The car has been retrieved thanks to a community effort of Bloodbuds who happened to just keep their eyes peeled, find the car, let us know where the car is. Yingling's tireless effort to try to go to the locations that he was told the car was staying at. Slime helping out because he's the one who knows how to drive stick shift. And at the end of the day, Suffer, who called the police, and the police, LAPD, who actually showed up to save it. And now it has been retrieved. So a lot of people were curious. All safe. Subaru Sandbar back in my hands. All right. And now I am going to repair it. I'm going to drive this around town. I got to fix that little dent it has. I got to wipe off the paint. I got to name this car. And you guys got to subscribe for following this story. Thanks for it. I appreciate it. This is crazy. This is a crazy saga that I'm just living through while in Texas. My God. Anyway, see you later. Crazy. Subscribe. Gosh. Get that car, by the way. If you want to get K-Trucks are not that expensive. If that's your dream car, hey, join me. That way I'm not the only guy in LA with one. All right, bye.
Ay, ay, ay. Plot twist, they stole someone's identical truck. That'd be pretty funny. Are you doing IRL today? Yes, I'm going to be doing IRL inevitably today. I thought I would do it now, but plans are up in the air a little bit because I'm doing Trash Taste later. So I'm trying to figure it out right now. I don't know where anyone is. Is Japan hard on taller people? Yes. But the worst part about Japan is literally how fucking awful it is on tall people. I feel like I'm experiencing. I was thinking about this last